So we're done with the bag work, which you'll have seen in the previous video. So I've just done my 7 rounds, structured as we talked about in the previous one, and really pushing the cardio. That extra round is kicking my ass, but now we're gonna move into another raw functional workout. So this is this crossover between bodybuilding and functionality. So I'm gonna be taking you through today, chest, back, and biceps workout with a few little tweaks added in there to help increase that functionality, but still work the muscle, keep that aesthetic, and push that cardio level. First off though, I want to show you a little trick with a ball. And here it is. So we're talking about these little, I don't know what you call these, rehab balls?
Yeah, rehab balls.
Rehab massage balls, something like that. Anyway, they're super cheap, you can buy them on Amazon, and they come in different tensile strengths, so some are squishier, some are really hard. But this little sucker here is a real useful tool for getting out those niggles and those aches and pains, especially in joints like the shoulders. So I've got a little bit of impingement going on in the shoulder here. I use this to simply work it out before we train, and it really helps loosen up that joint and reduce that impingement, increase range of motion. Really easy. Find a wall, find your point of soreness. So for me, it's the tendon that runs across and down here, which is getting kind of inflamed. So I find that point there, sit the ball into it, onto the wall, and then all I'm going to do is sink my weight through until I feel like kind of an 8 out of 10 pain, and then I just sit there and hold, and I hold that until that 8 becomes like a 3, 2, 1, until eventually it'll just go a little bit numb. And then what you can do is just roll slightly across until you feel that new point, and again press in until you get that 8 out of 10 kind of level of pain, and then it'll just ease off. And you can do those static holds super easy. You can even really work rear delts on there as well. It really help increase that range of motion, break down those muscle fibers if you find it a bit tight. Or if you've got those issues where you're feeling pain in your shoulders, this could be the solution to those, or at least help improve that range of mobility and less kind of inflammation. So a simple couple of pounds on Amazon, and this could work wonders for you. Just don't whip out your balls in public. So now we're all loosey-goosey and sorted out. We've talked a lot about supplementation prior to your training, how it is massively dependent on what you're doing as to what you should be taking. Now, I've done my boxing, so I have my caffeine. I didn't want to pump during that, because if you pump out, you're going to get slow, you're going to get stiff, you're going to find it very awkward to have good mobility on the bags. But now I'm going into the weights, so now I'm going to take a little bit of this. This is the EHP PSI. This is the no stim version of a pre-workout. So this one is all about focus, pump and blood flow, and that's exactly what we want now. I'm able to allow a bit of that pump to come in, because even though we're going to be doing some mobility work, this isn't going to over pump me, or I'm not going to get that kind of lower back pump out, forearm pump out from deadlifting and things like that, which is where I wouldn't want this. Straight to the dome, straight to the gym. This is how to take the piss. The Kraken piss. So you can't tell, but my bandana stinks. Put it in my gym bag thinking it was clean. It's not clean. There's a very good chance that we could get some machinery here today just on the stink of this alone. But what you do need to know, other than the stinky headband, is the fact that I train high frequency. That means I train everything at least twice a week. That allows me to do a lot of variations of exercises. And today what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at some weighted movements, but what we're going to do is we're going to add in some different angles of attack. So we're going to be doing some chest, some back, and biceps. And what we're going to try and do throughout this is add ranges of motion, add some new movements in that maybe you haven't tried, give you some ideas to maybe adapt into your own training. And we're going to be doing 2 exercises per body part, 5 sets. Now, normally what I would do with this is I would superset them. 1, it's a time saver, but 2, I'm kind of liking that high tempo training at the moment. And what I would do is I would superset one body part with another, so that you're moving from one body part into a fresh body part. That reduces rest times. It often makes your workouts way more compact, and you're not suffering, because when you move to the new body part, because we're doing chest and then back, they're not antagonistic, so they're fresh when you go back and forth. But it's busy, it's kind of a peak time here, so I'm not going to be that guy that takes up 2 pieces of equipment and pisses people off. Gym etiquette 101, don't be a cock with your training. So we're going to start on chest, and then we're going to be moving into back, and then we're going to finish on the bicep side of things. Most people start chest with a dumbbell press or a barbell press. I'm going to challenge you to start it with cables. Why? This is going to help open up the body. It requires a lot more control. You're going to be able to work that mind to muscle connection, and we're thinking about squeeze and range of motion on this. We're going to be doing a 3-point cable, not crossover, cable fly. So that means that the hands are going to come together, but we're not going to cross. I don't like the idea of crossing because it's not symmetrical and it causes kind of an imbalance or a leading side to drive through. This is how a 3-point system that I use a lot works. Setting yourself, you're going to have the same start and stop position. We're going to come low, squeeze, back up to that same start position. Then we're going to come to the standard middle area, bam, squeezing again at the chest. Back to that same start position, and then we're going to come high and turn the hands over and squeeze, keeping those shoulders back. Try not to pronate or dip. And this is our 3 points. So 1, back, squeeze, back, turn over, boom. And what we're looking for here, 15 reps. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, basically 5 times, 5 sets, and then we're going to move on to the next functional move.
I'm here to win it, I don't do it if they think I'm playing. Hit the top and get it popping, yeah, that's where I'm staying. They don't understand, I don't need a plan. Fire up the van, riding with the fam, spinning my advance. Damn, and I ain't got nothing to say. I just been stuck in my lane, all of this stuff in the bank. Here to get all of the pot, whether you like it or not. Pin it to get to the spot, damn, we've been mobbing the lot.
Okay, so on to the second movement now. This is chest. So 2 movements for every body part, remember, 5 sets. This is another 3-point movement. Now this one I found is fantastic for really helping open up the shoulders and chest together. You're going to aim for around 12 to 15 reps on this exercise. Ideally we want to get 5 reps in each motion. So we start underhand grip and press 5. Then we're going to turn to a hammer grip and we're going to press 5, not letting the shoulders pronate at any point. And then we're going to turn out, dip the inner heads of the dumbbells in and press up for another 5. So you've got 3 points of press, 3 different angles, 3 different elbow positions. This is all about focus and squeeze. Don't just try and throw them up. We're going to be using lighter weights. So what we're seeing here is a higher volume kind of rate. So that's going to mean less weight, but we're doing more reps. If you want to do this heavier, by all means you can do. Just aim for like 2 or 3 reps per motion. Absolutely sweet. That'll hit you around that 9 rep range.
We've been going bigger from the start, yeah.